Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It is super helpful. I'm at Fan Expo Dallas 2025 in downtown Dallas at the gigantic convention center. There are tons of video games here. There's also quite a few vintage toys. If you grew up with G.I. Joe, the Turtles, Transformers, all that kind of stuff, you will find it here. It's really astonishing. There's even a lot of second, third, and fourth generation video games, and I'm going to be on the hunt for those today. At the end of the video, I will show you my pickups, whatever I can find here that I just can't resist, so we'll check it out. And yeah, so just hang tight. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And if you've been to Fan Expo before, be sure and let me know. So let's get to it. Guys, I just stumbled across an amazing booth, 181 Comics and Collectibles. Not only do they have a bunch of video games, it's a couple of Switches here, really nice additions, but they've also got these 3 Super Mario Brothers figures. These are in absolutely gorgeous condition, mint shape, $100 each, $100 for that one, $120 for Mario. Luigi's not worth as much. Poor Luigi. And then the Koopa, it's like he's 60 or 90. Anyway, guys, these are in incredible condition. Really cool to see. As a lot of you know, I took my niece and nephew with my then girlfriend back in the day to see Super Mario Brothers. And I didn't know what I was watching. It was a mess. But my nephew had a lot of fun and still has nostalgic memories for it. This was back when it came out. First came out in theaters. Afterwards, we went over to my girlfriend's house and had ice cream sundaes, and that was definitely the best part of the day. Not a great movie, but incredibly cool action figures, especially in such nice shape. They've also got a CIB Super Mario 3 and some really nice N64 and Super Nintendo stuff up here. Even some graded games. Not even gonna ask the price on those. Guys, this is the booth that keeps on giving. Check out these vintage Street Fighter 2 figures featuring G.I. Joe. Awesome. These run $120 each. Nice mashup of G.I. Joe and Street Fighter 2. So cool. And man, the condition is amazing. Look, these were marked down to $397 at KB Toys back in the day. Don't you wish you would have bought a bunch of these and put them in storage? You would be a very wealthy person. Check it out, Chun-Li. Awesome. Guys, they've got muscle figures. I can't remember the last time I saw these Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling figures. Man, like I said, in such incredible condition. These were definitely bought and stored away at one point. And above those figures, they've got an atomic purple N64, my favorite iteration of the console. Love that color. And this is actually when I got my Xbox 360, when they came out with the Star Wars edition. Here's some stuff so rare and valuable. They keep it behind this cage, but they were nice enough to open it for me. Got some vintage turtle figures in just gem mint condition. Transformers, $1,800 for that guy right there. $2,000. And look at it, marked down to $597, or just $597 originally at Toys R Us there. $2,800. Now these are graded, so that one is. It's going to bring up the price. We've got some more rare figures down here. Who remembers Mask? And some rare turtles. Whoa, check this out. Micronauts Force Commander in the box. Boy, that is one tough puppy to find. Some more rare Turtles figures. And check it out down here, guys. They've got a couple of really key CIB NES games. That Mega Man, it looks like it's been opened, but it still has most of the shrink wrap, $1,200. And TMNT 2, the arcade game, for $200. Gorgeous condition. Check out this Masters of the Universe Orco 3D wall decoration. Boy, that is obscure. That has got to be super rare. These vehicles have definitely gone up in value. That one's $1,600 in the box, $1,800. Guys, amongst all the pop toys and whatnot, found some games here, including some tough ones to find and popular titles like Double Dash, 120 bucks. Like I said in the previous video, it seems like that goes up 10 bucks every time I see it. Now, Nintendo Land, I just saw this at a thrift store recently and bought a copy for $2. So that was a nice little haul. Love me some Gauntlet Legends. That is a fantastic game. NFL Blitz, voiced by my buddy Tim Kitzrow of NBA Jam fame. Who doesn't love Twisted Metal series? Excellent. Rayman, boy, those games are hard. Got a nice selection of PS3 games. A system I never really got into because I didn't get one until much later, and it's sitting in a box somewhere. I just found it at a garage sale and I've never even fired it up. Went from PS2 to PS4 pretty much. Love me some PS2. You guys know that's one of my favorite systems of all time. Some more PS3, some Xbox 360, and a Switch game, Atari 50. This is a heck of a collection if you guys have never played it, with interviews and tons of vintage games, including systems like Atari Lynx and Atari 5200. It's really spectacular. Above these games, we've got some amiibos. Those are just... Apart from just using these, you know, for in-game content, I just like the look of them. I think they make great display pieces. I'm in this massive, massive t-shirt booth, and boom, they've got some video game shirts. Classic Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero versus Scorpion, pretty cool. Nice Mortal Kombat action there. Some Mega Man. And I really like the Space Invader shirt. That is sharp. And Pac-Man, that's one I haven't seen before. Pac-Man Retro. Sweet. I didn't go down far enough. Got some more awesome shirts here. Really like the Street Fighter look. Really awesome. Gaming is as addictive as sex, but there's no orgasm to let you know when to stop. True. Holy cow, we have got magnets galore. Probably a couple of hundred gaming related ones or more. Pretty cool. Check it out, Batman for the NES. Love it. Donkey Kong Classics that originally came out as black box titles, but then they came out with that 2-in-1. Nice selection. Bubble Bobble, excellent choice. You definitely need Castlevania for your refrigerator. And a ton of Nintendo magnets for you N64 fans here. Even Tigger's Honey Hunt. Boy, they... Not the whole library, but a lot, along with some Game Boy Color, NES. It's a nice little Zelda action there. Dude, I'm not Zelda. Uh-oh. Donkey Kong's getting a little naughty there. It's a neat little gaming setup where you can play you some retro classics. Hey guys, I found some dollar comics, including some Archies. You guys know I like my Archies and my Richie Rich. Just fun way to relax at the end of the day. Got some Marvels in here too. I will show you what I pick up out of these boxes at the end of the video. Guys, who remembers Superpowers and Secret Wars figures? The Superpowers figures were so much better made, more individual characters where they would repurpose some of the bodies of the Secret Wars figures, but both are a really cool set. And I remember at the end of the run, they marked these down to $1 each, worth a lot more than that now. Here at Nowhere Collectibles, Toys, Comics, Gaming. Awesome. Henry's Toys way down and along the border in Texas, McAllen, Texas. Guys, you've got to see this. Check out these Karate Kid figures. Super rare. $400 for Danielson. $600, $250. Not cheap, but so freaking cool. And some Turtles figures, obviously much sought after. Oh wow, check out these MASH figures. $100 for all three. That's very reasonable. Oh man, Over the Top. What a movie. Where he's like an arm wrestling guy. And I remember in his truck, like he drives a semi truck and he practices arm wrestling in the truck by pulling on some kind of rope. Not the best movie. I'll take Rocky. And these Sonic 3 figures are already out of print and commanding a premium at 40 bucks. They look really nice. Kind of wish I would have got a couple when they were new in stores and hadn't gone up. But hey, that's always the story, am I right? Shadow has gotten really popular in the wake of the film, even more popular than before. Awesome. Ooh, I like that Flash figure. Was walking by this booth and all these Godzillas and this Bionic Man transport caught my eye, but check it out. A boxing Game & Watch micro versus system. These are so rare nowadays. They actually sold real well when they were new, but I guess a lot of them were discarded because they're very hard to find today. Who remembers these old video disc formats? Cheaply made, but so collectible today. Really cool on display. Check it out. Our friends at Gameover Video Games, the Austin-based retailer, is set up here with a ton of stuff. They have a massive booth. There are locations in Dallas, Fort Worth, and other places. They brought some really cool stuff here, including a bunch of boxed Genesis games. Trojan, one of my favorite third-party NES games, really early third-party release too. Nice selection of N64 and Super Nintendo. Got some Genesis games, Castlevania Bloodlines, hardcore entry in the series, love that one. Road Rash 2, great stuff. Ooh, and not for resale. Sonic, 25 bucks. Decent price there. Got a few popular NES titles, including Zelda and Adventures of Bayou Billy, kind of an underrated game. Double Dragon 2 is awesome. And Platoon, I remember playing this back in the day because as kids I babysitted, the son always wanted to rent movie-based games. I would try to get him to rent Mario or Zelda, but he always wanted action movie games. And I said, they're not any good. He didn't listen. Don't look now, but we've got some second gen stuff, including Deadly Disc and Space Battle, Armor Battle, Combat, the pack-in with the 2600. Some Super Nintendo stuff here. Hosted by Gameover Video Games, Classic Game Fest is coming up July 25th or the 27th in Austin. Yeah, they've expanded it to 3 days. And I'll be a guest at that show. Can't wait. This Genesis at Games console drew me into this booth, but I see here they've got a couple of tubs of games, including Street Fighter V for the PS4, got a few PS3 titles. Always good to see some Wii U represented. Still kind of an underrated console. There's some great games on there. I like these Woolly World games. They're kind of fun. Another appearance of Nintendo Land. That one's just 10 bucks. The last one we saw was 25. Guys, this is a great game. Ninja Gaiden 3. 10 bucks. That's a deal. Ooh, a couple of NES games back here. Guys, if you played Karnov, that's an excellent platform shooter. Excellent game. Very undervalued at 10 bucks. And then Mario 3. Hey, you too can jump on the World Wide Web with your Dreamcast. Or at least you used to. Guys, it is an entire tower of video games, including a power pad there at the top. Had a lot of fun with that back in the day, and got a pretty good workout in the process. Got some Super NES games on the tower here. Some PSP, some Genesis, little NES action, including ice hockey. John Hancock's favorite NES game of all time. Some Atari, Sword Quest, Fire World, Venture, good port of the old arcade game by Coleco. Got some nice box games here. And they've got a graded Nintendo Power and comic book, including Zelda #2 from Valiant, $300. And Nintendo Comic System #6, very tough to find. That one's $200. And amongst this case of your typical PS2 and Xbox 360, they actually have a couple of Sega CD games. Who Shot Johnny Rock and Sewer Shark. Ooh, some nice Saturn stuff here. Bubble Bobble. Love that game. Ooh, this is really nice. A Star Fox Game Watch, 150 bucks. Multiple copies of some great Wii titles. Look to be in really nice condition. I have a feeling over the next few years this system is going to get more and more collectibles, so buy them while they are cheap. Like the GameCube games. Now those have gone up a lot on the last few years. You don't want to catch you slipping or sleeping by not picking up some Wii and Wii U titles while they're still cheap. And there's a lot of Double Dash. You don't see that many copies of Double Dash in one place, maybe ever, except for here at Fan Expo. Very nice selection. Toe Jam and Earl. Me and my son used to play that one a lot. It's a great two-player game. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Fantastic game. Phantasy Star number 3, obviously a classic. And the mindless shooting action of Revolution X featuring Aerosmith. Still kind of fun though. And the Tower O games and all this great Wii and GameCube stuff courtesy of Super Retroland in Parksburg, West Virginia. And it's our good friends at the Pixelated Princess with their pixelated art. Hey Carmen, how you doing?
Good.
Always great to see you guys out here.
You too.
You guys are so freaking creative. I love it. Got a nice selection of mostly video game characters, but also comic book heroes and all kinds of good stuff. And you should follow them on Instagram. These sculptures at the Pure Arts booth are absolutely gorgeous. Check out this Batman and Catwoman. $900. Man, that is gorgeous. Such detail. Kind of sexy too. And if you prefer old school Batman, Adam West and Burt Ward got you covered. They do gaming sculptures as well, such as this League of Legends little fighting diorama here, as it were. Whoa, I'm not gonna lie, this Flash helmet or cowl looks amazing. $1,200, it won't be coming home with me, but that's pretty freaking cool. Here at Controller Chaos, they do some really beautiful work, some custom controllers for the Xbox, PlayStation, and even GameCube, which I'll show you here in a minute. And look, they even have a Fan Expo theme one. That is really cool. Be sure and let me know in the comments which is your favorite of these controllers. The Fallout one's really nice. And as promised, they've got GameCube and even Nintendo Switch. And a little something for you fighting game fans. Well, there you go, guys. Quite a bit of cool stuff. Let me know in the comments if you've been to Fan Expo Dallas before and what are your convention plans for this year. And be sure and let me know in the comments of all the cool stuff you saw in this video. What would be your favorite item? Made it home. Time to crash and just read some comics. Got those two Batman families for $2 each and Buck Rogers for $2 at the Duncanville Books location, their booth. But the rest of these comics I paid just $1 each. And I actually got some pretty decent Marvels here. And an issue of Johnny Quest, some old Superboys. Those are a lot of fun. Yeah, these Marvel team-ups are a blast. They're self-contained stories with a bunch of different guest stars. Even got a Peter Parker, some Micronauts, Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter, which is cool. Director's cut of Astonishing X-Men #1. And down here, remember the Robin #1? This is, series #2, the collector's set here. And this old Superman comic looks fun with Julia Schwartz, the old publisher, editor of DC Comics, and a couple of recent Flash issues. I quit reading Flash a long time ago, but I thought I would see what he's up to nowadays. And yeah, not a bad little stash.